Good morning, Edison Eagles. This is Dr. Lee, your principal, with your Monday morning meeting. And our theme this year is Live Your Adventure. All right, we're into the last week of May. And remember, we're practicing our habits. And I always ask you every Monday, what are our habits? Habit number 1. And remember, it starts with a B. There's 2 B's. Be proactive and begin with the end in mind. Habit 1 and 2. Be proactive and begin with the end in mind. Habit number 3, after you've began with the end in mind, put first things first. And then our little tree trunk is think win-win. Think win-win. Everyone can win. And habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood, is number 5. Number 6 is synergize. And number 7 is sharpen the saw. If we're going to think backwards, habit number 7, sharpen the saw. Habit number 6, synergize. Those both start with an S, and so does 5. Seek first to understand. So seek first to understand. Synergize, sharpen the saw. 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5. So really the only one that's a little bit out of any kind of sequence is the think win-win. Habit number 4, right in the middle. Think win-win. And as we said, 3, 2, 1, put first things first. Begin with the end in mind. Be proactive. Or 1, 2, 3, be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. All right, those are our habits. 7 habits. You have the ones that are the roots below the surface, and you have the ones that's the trunk, and then you have the ones that are the tree above the surface. All right, let's see if we can remember those on Monday morning. Our language for this month has been the Nahuatl language, spoken by people in Mexico. And you would say, hello, how are you, is Piali Kenintika. Piali Kenintika. All right, we went to Utah to see Arches National Park. And then a little bit down the road, we went to Canyonlands and Capitol Reef, also in Utah. And then we went to Bryce Canyon, also in Utah. They're part of the Big 5 national parks in Utah, down the same highway. And then the last one of the Big 5 is Zion National Park. And it's really close to Las Vegas and north of the Grand Canyon, but it's Zion. So, 2 interesting facts about Zion. Zion's Angel's Landing, which is like the end of a hiking trail, provides spectacular views, but it's one of the world's most dangerous. So, it towers over and jutting into the canyon, and the Angel's Landing plateau at the top stands 1,488 feet above the Virgin River at its base. So 1,400 feet. It is a 2.2-mile hike. It might seem tame when you're walking up it because it includes many switchbacks, which means go back, forth, back, forth. You make zigzags all the way up the hill over sand and slick rock, long drop-offs, and exposed edges. So when you get up to that part, you have to actually hold on to chains. It's so dangerous. It kind of loses its path for a little while. Many outdoor publications have listed Angel's Landing as one of the most dangerous hikes in the world. So there you go. All right. The other interesting thing is that there's a park it's called a subway. It looks like a subway, like where a train would go. It's like a tunnel, but it's not really a subway. It is like no other. And without any hiking trails, hiking the subway requires route finding, rappelling, and even swimming. In other words, it's not just an easy walking marked trail that you would hike on. You have to actually find the route, rappel down some rocks, maybe even swim in the water. So it's not an easy trail, and you have to be prepared for that. To explore the subway, you have to get a permit. Visitors must get permits, and it is subjected to daily limits, meaning only a few people can do it every day. They have permits, and you would have to get that permit to get permission to do it. That is our last national park in Utah, and that is our last Monday morning meeting for the month of May. And so now we're going to be getting into June. Have a great week, Eagles.